Did you miss me? I stole that quote from an old Martin episode um, from Tommy Davidson. And I can't remember his character's name, but he would always, that was kind of his saying. Did you miss me? Varnell. I think his name is Varnell. I'm pretty sure about that. If I'm wrong, whatever. Put that in the comments on what that episode was, because Martin is one of my favorite. I just can't recall what that is, but I thought that was pretty funny. It's been a while, right? I've been gone, and I'm going to tell you why I haven't been here. I haven't been podcasting. I haven't done that. And I'm going to explain everything to you and kind of know where things stand as far as the podcast is concerned, and kind of go from there. But, and please forgive me. Listen, I ain't done this in a few months, so I could be rusty. If I stumble over some words, lose my thoughts. I was kind of in a little bit of a rhythm, or what we like to refer to as a flow state. And right now I'm trying to get back into that flow state. And so forgive me if I'm a little bit rusty. I'm going to get this thing figured out, so don't you worry. Why have I been away? Well, the last episode I released, I believe, was in August. And once I released that episode, fall camp happened and my job got super busy. Once we're in season and things get extremely busy. And when I released the first episode in July, I was like, okay, yeah, I can get this done. And I could be able to navigate through these things throughout the course of a season. And boy, was I wrong. I just felt like I needed to dedicate my time, first and foremost, to my family, because obviously that's muy importante. And then obviously my career, football is you guys know what football means to me. And, I just felt like that was what I rather spend my time doing at that moment, was getting prepared for the opponent, making sure our players are good, as it relates to my career, and then obviously enjoying some time. My son started playing football, so I got a chance to watch a couple of his games throughout the course of the season. Just doing the family thing, being a dad, being a husband, things that's who I truly am. And so the podcast took a backseat to those things, and now I'm back. And today's a special release. I didn't plan this. I wasn't something I thought about it, but I was like, nah, I won't. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to do it. And then the time got closer, and I was like, you know what? I want to release a podcast on my birthday. So officially, it is November 8th on Saturday, and it's your boy's birthday, the big 4-2. 42 years old. And I was like, well, you know what? Let's do a surprise release for my birthday, and that's what I'm going to do here. I do have another episode that I did record. I had some special guests on that episode, and there's some things that I didn't like about the audio. Some of the visual stuff was not the way I wanted it to be, so I'm still working on that in progress. So I know people that are watching this episode are probably thinking that that's what I'm releasing, but I'm not releasing that one quite yet. Again, that episode is still in the works. I had a great time with all of those special guests, all 100 of them plus, and I hope to release that one day. I might keep that one to myself and just share it with those guys. It may not hit the public eye, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm still working on it. So I did record one episode, but again, it's not out yet. But today, I don't know how long this episode is going to be. I don't know. Typically they've been around 45 minutes long. I don't know how long this is going to go. I only got 2 topics today. And, a couple of topics that I think is important for me to share, was on my heart for me to share to you. And I just kind of want you to, take whatever you want from this episode and kind of go from there. But I'm going to jump right into it. We ain't wasting no time. It's a little bit past midnight, and your boy got to get some sleep. Although I'm going to have some time to get some sleep a little bit later, and I'll tell you about that here in a second. But I need to get some sleep. I got to get prepared for today. Today's a big day. But topic number 1 I want to talk about is this workout journey that I've been on. I challenged myself, and yes, the episode is, Fourth and Goals, and we talk about. Excuse me. The podcast is called Fourth and Goals, and every episode that I've released so far, we've talked about, what do those goals look like, how to achieve those things, and I got one, and so back in, October, early October, I was kind of questioning, how I felt. And I just felt a little off. Not that I wasn't myself, not that I couldn't do my job right, not that I couldn't be a great father or husband, all those things. I just felt like I was just a little bit off. And part of the reason why I just felt like I wasn't sleeping as well. That was a major part of it. I go to bed at mostly a decent time, but I would wake up in the middle of the night and then I try to get back to sleep, and sometimes I could, sometimes I couldn't, and I'd be just a little bit tired. And again, I just felt off. Mentally, like I said, everything else was fine, no issues. I probably was just overthinking some things as it relates to, most of this football stuff, because you just overthink, and it's just the process of a coach sometimes, and it probably kept me up at night, not subconsciously, just not even knowing that was what it was, because I didn't go to bed thinking about things. At least I didn't believe I did, but I just wasn't myself. And so starting October 8th, I decided to start a workout journey. And for me personally, working out has always, after I got done playing, after my football career was over, working out for me was all about mental health. I just happen to benefit from it physically. And so when I work out, I feel like I feel better mentally, emotionally, as it relates to that. So October 8th, I said, I'm going to go from October 8th to November 8th. I'm going to do this challenge. I'm going to reach this goal. And I set out to do that. And here I am today, which is the last day of that first little workout goal that I set. And I just want to give you an update on what that looks like. So, the rules or goals that I wanted to obtain was each and every day, I wanted to work out every day consecutively, and each day had to contain at least 30 minutes of working out. And it could be as simple as walking and just, manufacturing at least 30 minutes of working out per day. I wanted to burn at least 1,000 calories per day. And then I wanted to, what my Apple Watch would call it, a stand goal of at least 12 hours, which means I wasn't sitting at my office desk for 3 and 4 hours and not getting up and moving, just being active. And Apple Watch does a great job of alerting you when you've been basically chilling for too long. Like, hey, my watch will buzz and be like, hey, bro, you got to get up, get to moving. And so that was the goal. I wanted to close all of my rings on my fitness app as it relates to my iPhone and Apple Watch. So those that have an Apple Watch and an iPhone understand what that is. You Android users, I don't know what to tell you. Switch over to Apple is the best thing I can tell you. No green text messages. But seriously though, that was the goal. 30 minutes, 1,000 calories, at least 12 hours of moving around. And from October 8th till now, I've accomplished that every single day. And I've mixed up my workouts. I've played basketball, which, kind of getting a little old there, a little bit. Messed up my shoulder a little bit, strained my Achilles. And I was like, oh, your boy ain't 22 no more. But I enjoy playing basketball. I do. It's competitive. It's feel like I'm not even working out. So I played some basketball, rode my bike, went for a few walks, went for a few runs, did some stationary bike training, weightlifting, battle ropes. Let me tell you, I got back on the battle ropes. Oh my God. Them battle ropes are something else. They different. And so getting back to those was kind of cool and created some soreness the next day, but it made me feel good. And then I noticed a pattern as I got, from the 8th to the 15th, first week through, I'm like, oh, I feel better. And then you get to the 20s, October 20s, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sleeping better. I'm feeling great. I'm getting up. I'm beating my alarm clock, and I'm just energetic and excited and ready to go. And for me, like I said before, working out and doing that stuff was all about here. You know what I'm saying? And it worked out. It worked out better that I decided to take that challenge and get back to working out for my mentals and so that I could sleep better and have more energy throughout the course of the day. And it did exactly that. And I know my goal kind of ends today, but it's not going to. I think I'm going to continue to keep doing this, and yeah, if it's going to continue to make me feel better, I'm going to continue to keep doing it. And I don't foresee myself taking many days off throughout this process, because it just makes me feel better. The next step in the journey that I got to take is the food aspect of things, and if I can kind of figure out what that looks like as far as the food that I'm eating, and then complement with the workouts, that's gonna be fantastic. But right now, I'm focused on one thing. Let your boy live a little bit, but I'm focused on one thing. And a lot of you are probably gonna be, Coach, you gotta eat better. Hey, listen, I get it. Let me just do this first. Let me get into a nice little rhythm. Let me get into a flow state, and then I'll start focused on some other things. But let your boy just have this first. And so like I said, tomorrow's the last day, or today, excuse me, because it's my birthday. Today's the last day, and I'm gonna get my workout in, and like I said, I'm gonna continue that tomorrow on Sunday. I'll probably work out again. Yeah, we'll keep this train rolling, and that's just what I'm gonna do. And I just feel like I'm getting back to myself again. I'm feeling so much better from a mental standpoint. And so I challenge you, if you think that that's something that can work for you, then hey, go ahead, try it. It's gonna work for me. It's been working for me last month, so I feel better. I do. Moving on to topic number 2. Did I mention it was my birthday today? I don't. Did y'all get that? I'm not sure if y'all got that or not, but it's my birthday. And no, we're not going to sit here and relive the last 42 years of my life. I don't want you to have to go through that. Although I feel like I've lived a pretty good life. But I want to talk about the celebration of that, and the celebration of a birthday. And for those that know me, this date is extremely special. I think it's a national holiday. That's what I go around telling people. Hey, man, November 8th coming around. You know what that means, right? What, Coach? Oh, it's a national holiday. What holiday is that, Coach? It's my birthday. Oh, yeah. I mean, it really, it truly is. I mean, shoot, I wore the number 8 as a football player. That was my number, and it was purely based on on my birthday. But I'm 42 years old today. 42, and what I want to talk about is, like I said, the blessings and what you should do and reflect on to celebrate that. And everybody's different. And I'm gonna give you some examples as to, how I view the day and how I view the celebration of another year, another trip around the sun, as some of you may refer to it as. Some people don't make it to 22, let alone 42. Your boy made it to 42. And, it's kind of been surreal because I'm on social media, and Facebook is kind of the thing for me to catch up with people, right? I think Instagram and TikTok are probably my 2 favorites as it relates to which social media outlets are. Twitter's kind of a thing for me as far as recruiting and talking to prospective athletes and stuff like that. But, Facebook is a way for me to catch up. And lately, that catching up ain't been great. There's been a lot of acquaintances, friends, people that I went to school with that are passing away. They're just not here anymore. And there's a number of reasons. And car accidents, diseases, you name it. You think about it, you name it. I mean, it really is happening. And I look around and go, wow. These people thought that they were going to live a nice, long, healthy, prosperous life, and boom, they're not here anymore. And so I don't want to take it for granted that I'm here today. There's a reason why I'm still here. There's a reason why the man upstairs allowed me to get to age 42 and get here. And and I just want to celebrate the blessings, man, not the years. And I know I mentioned earlier, when I was referring to playing basketball and stuff about me getting old and all that. And yeah, and let me say this. I'm 42. I don't look 42. I don't care what you say. I don't look 42. I know I got the gray in the beard and all that, but your boy don't age. Your boy does not age. And how does the saying go? Black don't crack. Well, there you go. That ain't me. Um, but I want to celebrate the accomplishments, celebrate being here for whatever reason I'm supposed to be here, and just celebrate that and not say, "Oh my God, I'm 42, I'm getting old. Oh my God, I'm getting close to 50." Like, no, we're not about to do that. We're about to enjoy this and celebrate the accomplishments and whatever those accomplishments to you, then celebrate them. For me, it's a healthy, loving family, a great career, celebrate all the friends and just the journey, man. Just the journey of just living life and being here and just celebrate that. That's what it's all about. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think, I tell people all the time about, national holiday, best day and, best day of the year and all that. But quite frankly, when it comes to like the actual celebration parties and stuff like that, I'm really not really much of a partier. I'm kind of a homebody. And my wife asked me, she's like, "Hey, what do you want for your birthday?" And I'm like, cake, balloons, done. That's it. I mean, that's truly it. And I know I'm kind of contradicting what I'm saying as far as like celebrating it, but that's how I want to celebrate it. Eat a bunch of cake, have some balloons, pop a couple pics to have some memories. But ultimately, that's it for me. And to me, and I know this is gonna sound cliche and all that, it is what it is. The important things in life don't really have a price as it relates to like dollars and cents. Um, and listen, don't get it twisted. If y'all want to buy me gifts and stuff, listen, I'm more than happy to accept them gifts. And there's a few things out there that I probably want. Some tattoos. I think I want a couple more tattoos. Meta's got these glasses that can record, and you can answer the phone. You can listen to music. I think they're pretty cool. They're quite kind of expensive, but yeah, there's a couple things out there that I want, but those things are temporary. Those glasses are going to get old. The tattoos are going to fade later in life. But and so the materialistic things become less important, I guess, for me, um, just because that they end up going away. They just do, and I feel like I'm just simple in that regard that I'd rather just be around friends and family, hang out, eat some cake and just be around some good company, and that for me is kind of the best case scenario as to how I want to celebrate. But today is going to be a little bit different. Today we got a game and we're traveling. And so I'm gonna be spending my birthday on a football field at work, at work, right? Um, and that's gonna be fun. And no, during the game, I'm not gonna be thinking about nothing but the game, focusing on, trying to get the victory for our team, help the team as best I can. Um, but yeah, I'll be spending my birthday doing that, and that's gonna be fun. I've played on my birthday games. I've coached on my birthday before. This is not strange to me. Having a November birthday, you get that's kind of the perks of it. It's during the heart of football season, and some days it falls on game day, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy today so much from that aspect of it, and enjoy the blessings that I have as it relates to my career and what that looks like. And then when I just checking my mic here, and then when I get back home, then we'll celebrate with the family. But you know, I'm more looking forward to November 9th. And tomorrow is my son's birthday. We go back to back days. And I can remember back when we were, going to the doctor, and they told us that the due date, and please, babe, don't be in my comments talking about you got the date wrong. I think I got the date right, so please don't quote me on that. It's not important. I remember his birthday, but the original due date, let me get to that. I think the original due date was November 4th for him. And once the doctor told us that, I was like, that's just a guesstimate. He could be a few days late, right? And end up coming on November 8th. And we could share a birthday. That'd be really cool. And so I kind of went back and forth as it relates to, well, do I want my son to have the same birthday as me, or do I want him to have his own birthday? And selfishly, I'm like, man, it'd be pretty cool for us to have the same birthday. And then I was like, no, you know what? He deserves his own day. Let him have his own day. And lo and behold, we showed up at the hospital on my birthday, and at the middle of the day. I think it was like early, like before noon, I think. And we're sitting there all day, and wife's in labor. I'm like, all right, bro, you got a little bit of time to decide if you're going to be here on the 8th or not. And the clock got the ticking. I kept checking the watch, and I'm like, what's going to happen? Is he going to get his own? And he did. He made it through the 8th, and then he was born in the morning of the 9th. And I was kind of happy about that, because I wanted, I enjoy my birthday, right? But I'm glad that he got his own. And I'm looking forward to just celebrating him tomorrow, just like we celebrated my daughter in September. And that was kind of the funny thing, that we were in the hospital for that long, and he just decided that he didn't want to show up till the 9th. That was what the man upstairs had in store for him. So, he wanted him to have his own birthday, and he got it. And so I'm looking forward to celebrating his birthday when we get back for this little mini road trip that we got tomorrow, and kind of celebrating his birthday, and watching him open the gifts and do all that. And listen, I know my wife is exhausted, because this stretch of my birthday, his birthday, Thanksgiving, it's got to be a lot. And I thank you for enduring all of that and making our birthday special and going buying balloons and cakes and all that. Listen, I'm probably going to release an episode on your birthday to celebrate you, but we do appreciate what you do. And yeah. And another thing as it relates to that is, I'm glad that I did these 31, and now today will be 32 days of workout, because your boy is about to be in a cake coma. I will eat so much cake. I'm going to eat cake today. I'm going to eat some cake tomorrow for my son's birthday. I'm just going to be eating cake. I don't even care. And, my cake can be simple. I kind of like cookie cake, but I'm just a straight, give me yellow cake with some icing. I like I think the buttercream icing better. And yeah, I'm just going to eat cake and enjoy it. And that's, thank God I worked out, because I'm eating a lot of that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next couple of days of celebrating all the success and accomplishments that me and my son have accomplished, and enjoy life, man. That's what it's all about. Just enjoy it and keep going from there. I don't have any other topics, but something just came to my head, and I want to get this off my chest. And I'm somewhat serious, but mostly I'm playing about this. Once November 1st hit, I want to get this off my chest. When November 1st hit, I started hearing Christmas music. We're not about to do that, are we? Like, we're just not about to skip this month and start with Christmas music, right? And I had some discussions with some people about that. And I was like, look, this is how it's going to go down, whether you like it or not, at least for me. Halloween is the 31st of October. November 1st hits. We celebrate November all the way up until, okay, let me think. I'll give you till Black Friday. We're going to celebrate November. And then once Black Friday hits, then boom, y'all can play your little Christmas music. Y'all can have your little Christmas decorations, put your trees up and all that. But before that, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not celebrating Christmas this early. So anytime I hear Christmas music, turn that thing off, putting on some regular music, whatever the case may be. But we're not doing this whole Christmas thing yet. So if you agree or disagree with me, that's up to you. But I'm telling you, for me, I ain't starting Christmas season until at least Black Friday, because Black Friday is kind of the first day you get all the deals, and you start shopping for gifts and stuff like that. And right now, I'm not. We're gonna celebrate November and not look past Thanksgiving and birthdays and all that other good stuff. So you can cancel that. Mariah Carey, just wait. You can keep warming up, but just wait. I know your song is about to be popular again, and I love Mariah Carey, but just calm down. It's not that time yet. So, but listen, I just want to say thank you to everybody that came back to the channel, and all the viewers, subscribers, and all that wanted to take the time out to listen to this podcast. It was a surprise podcast. Again, didn't have this plan. And a couple of days ago, I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. And I did it. And I got it done. And I can't wait to see how it turns out. But I'm glad you guys came back with me and kind of brought in my birthday together with everybody. And I'm going to have a good day today. I'm going to have a really good day today. Today's going to be about celebrating a lot of things. And then, hopefully later on today, we'll have a great game and be able to celebrate that too as well. But I'm very appreciative of all the feedback, all the people contacting me and saying, hey man, when's the next episode coming out? And I just been slow and just waiting for the right moment to bring it back. And I felt like today was the best day to do that. So again, thank you for coming back with me, with Coach Love and Fourth and Goals podcast. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your night. Happy birthday to me, your boy, the Big 4-2. And again, thanks for everything. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And love never fails. Good night.